Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program to split the given string. Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. In Java, if you want to split a single string into multiple strings with the help of some regular expression, we have to use the predefined method of the string class known as split method. So how to use a split method and how to split the original string into multiple strings using some regular expression that I'm going to cover practically in this session. So for practical demonstration, I'm going to switch to the Eclipse IDE here. And here I'm going to create a new class. I'll just name this class with some random name. Let's say class 33. Let's assume, okay, it's a random name. With main method, I'll create class 33. And inside the main method, okay, I'm going to write some string text. String str is equal to, I'll give something like this, okay? Monday, space, Tuesday, space, Wednesday, space, Thursday, space, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So in this single string, we have multiple strings, right? In this particular single string text, there are multiple strings. As you can see, you can clearly see that the single string text contains multiple strings like Monday can be a separate one, Tuesday can be a separate one, Wednesday can be a separate one, Thursday can be a separate one, Friday can be separate one, Saturday and Sunday can be separate ones. Okay. So if I want to split this single string into multiple strings, how many strings are possible? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Total 7 strings we can split this single string into. For that to happen, okay, for that to happen, we have to use a method known as predefined method of the string class known as split method, okay, split method, okay. Split is one of the predefined methods of the string class, and using the object reference, you are calling this method, okay. Using the object reference of the string class, that is str, you are calling the split method, and here inside the split method, you have to provide the regular expression in double quotes, okay. So just look at the single string and observe using what regular expression you can split this particular string. You see, all the strings are separated by this space. Wherever you want to split this into multiple strings, right? There is a space here. So give that space here as a regular expression here. To this split, give the regular expression regex or regular expression as space. Wherever the space gets encountered, the single string will be splitted into multiple string. The moment space comes, this will be separated into another string. After Tuesday space comes, Tuesday will be separated into separate string, split it into a separate string. And if you observe the return type of the split method, it is array, string array. You see, since you are splitting the strings into multiple strings, how can we store these multiple splitted strings into a single kind of variable? The return type should be definitely an array, right? So string array is the return type of the split method. So here I'll write AR, string array. Okay, short form I'm giving. You can give anything, or you can give something like days. Okay, days is equal to over the mouse, create local variable, string array days is equal to str.split. So here single string got split into 7 strings using the split method. Wherever the space occurs, it has been separated, it has split into separate string and stored into the string array in the form of days. Now, if I want to print out all the separate splitted strings in the string array, I can write the logic like this. What is the best loop in Java for working with arrays for each loop? So here in this days, each and every day is of string type. Even though days is string array, but each and every day is of string type. So here I'll write string day colon days. This is a for each loop. Okay, we have to write. So whenever you are writing the answer for this kind of questions, right, make sure that you are following some best practices. There is normal for loop also you can use with this string arrays, but for each loop is specially defined for or designed for arrays and collections framework. So it's better that we write the best things in the program. Okay, whenever we answer some questions programs, right, every small thing counts. If you are using the best practices, like you already know that for each loop will only work with arrays and collections. It's designed for working with arrays and collections framework. In that case, why should you use a normal for loop here? Why should you use a while loop here, right? It's better to use the for each loop. Okay, and also try to communicate as much as possible. Okay, whatever that is possible, right? So here I'll write down system.out.println. system.out.println. In every line, I want to print every string in separate line. So I'm going with ln, and here I'll write day. And also in this for each loop, how many statements are there? Only one. Is curly braces required? You see, prove every point of time that you are very good in optimize. You are reducing the number of lines of code. Okay, curly braces are not required for any loop, guys. Not only this for loop, this for each loop. For loop also you don't need. If conditions also it's not required. If only one statement is there, the scope of the for each loop is up to the one line automatically. Okay. So now let's run this code and see whatever the string is there that will be splitted into multiple strings. Run this code and you will see Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday got splitted into multiple strings from the single string and have been printed like this. Okay, that's good. What if I do some more thing, like I'll create one more string here. I'll just name this as string one, str1 dot split with space, I'll say. Okay, what if I give one more string here, string str2 is equal to, I'll write like this. Okay, I'll write something like this. So I'll write like my hyphen name hyphen is hyphen Arun hyphen Moturi. Okay, like this, I'll write some text. Do you see any spaces here? By using the same regular expression, can you split this single string into multiple strings? That is not possible, guys. Then how we have to do? For that, we have to change the regular expression. Regular expression is no more space here. In this kind of string where the multiple words are separated but with a symbol known as hyphen symbol, we should not use space as the regular expression. You have to use like this. str2 dot split method, same split method. Here in place of regular expression, instead of space here, right, I'll give hyphen here. Okay, hyphen. Hyphen is the whatever the symbol you want to, whatever the character you want to use to split that, you give that regular expression or regex here. Using that, wherever that regular expression comes, it will split that. You see, split method will give you here. I'll just give something like is multiple strings, right? Strings, I'll say. Okay, strings is equal to over the mouse create local variable. Okay, so here I'll write for each loop for each and every strings. Here string array, right? String colon yes colon strings. Okay, like that I'll give. Okay, and then system.out.println print that s in separate lines, and you don't need this curly braces because only one statement is there under for each loop. Okay, wherever we get an opportunity, we'll take the advantage of the Java programming and do our best practices there. Run the code, right click run as Java application. You see, my name is Arun Moturi also got printed. You can actually add one statement here, like after printing this, right? You just add a line so that you will understand. There are two split methods we are using. So let's understand the output of different split methods here. First split method, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. My name is Arun Moturi. Okay. All the words got split with the help of the underscore symbol. I mean, hyphen symbol in this case. Okay. This is how we have to use a split method in Java. Okay, to split the given string into multiple strings using the regular expressions. So hope guys you got the answer for this question. And before I conclude this, I would like to you guys to practice this program. So as part of that, I would like you guys to take the screenshot of this. Okay, just take the screenshot of this. I'll just hold it for some time. Okay, I'll just wait for some time. Hope you guys have taken the screenshot. Okay, with that note, we have successfully, okay, written a program, Java program to split the given string into multiple strings with practical demonstration. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program to remove the spaces before and after the given string text. So in Java, in order to remove the spaces that are there before the string text and after the string text, which are generally called as leading spaces and trailing spaces. Okay, the spaces that will come before the string text are called as leading spaces. The spaces that will come after the string text are called as trailing spaces. In Java, in order to remove the spaces that are coming before and after the string text, that is leading and trailing spaces, we have to use one of the predefined methods of the string class known as trim method. Okay, there is a method known as trim, which belongs to the predefined class in Java known as string class, using which we can remove this leading and trailing spaces, that is spaces that are there before the string text and after the string text. Let me practically demonstrate this right now. For that, I'll switch to Eclipse ID and create a new class. Okay. I'll create a new class. I'll just name this class as class 34. Let's say with main method, I'm going to create class 34 will be created some random name. And inside that main method, I would like to intake the string text from the user itself, whether it will come with leading spaces, trailing spaces, doesn't matter. The user need to input the string text. Okay. For that, I'll create an object for the scanner class. Scanner is equal to new scanner. Scanner is equal to new scanner. Now Control Shift O. Then here inside the constructor, write down system.in. Okay. After that, write down system.out.println. I'll here write down enter any string text. Okay. Enter any string text, I'll say. Using this particular text printed in the output console, user will try to enter some text that we would like to intake into our program with the help of this next line method. Okay. Next line method, which will collect the input given by the string input given by the user. String user input. Okay. User input. This user input string may contain some leading spaces or trailing spaces, whatever it may be. If you want to remove that leading and trailing spaces, we have to use a trim method. So before removing the leading and trailing spaces as it is, whatever the user has originally inputted that input, right, the string format, that I would like to print it out. Okay. Here I'll write user input. This is the original one. Okay. Then after removing the leading and trailing, whatever the user input is coming, if that contains some leading or trailing spaces, whether it contain or not, we simply want to trim that case. Okay. Trim means if this particular user input has some leading and trailing spaces, that will be removed from the string text. Okay. And the trim method will return you the string. So string final input. Okay. After trimming the input, right, final input or final text, let's say. So I'll print out the final text after trimming the leading and trailing spaces. Okay. Final text. So let's run the code. And before I run the code here, the scanner object is already giving me a warning message. Resource leak scanner is never closed. Try to close that. Scanner dot close, you say. That's it. Now run the code and observe that it allows the user to enter any string text. For example, if the user enters some string text with some leading spaces, Arun space, Motori, space, I'm giving my name. Here, before the string text, some leading spaces are there. After the string text, some trailing spaces are there. In between the text also, some spaces are there. But here, the trim method that I am using will only remove the spaces that are coming before and after. That is, leading spaces will be removed and trailing spaces will be removed. In between spaces will not be removed, guys. So when I press enter here, okay, when I press enter here, before removing the leading and trailing spaces, you see, I printed the user input as it is. You see, without the leading and trailing spaces got removed, the string text got printed. Now here in the next case, after I trim that final text, when I print out, you see, the leading and trailing spaces got removed. There are no leading and trailing spaces. This is what the trim method is used for. Okay. The answer for this question is the trim method, guys. Write a Java program to remove the spaces before and after the given string text. If in case the user inputs the text with some leading and trailing spaces, that leading and trailing spaces can be trimmed by this trim method. Okay, using which method of predefined class in Java, string class in Java, we can trim the leading and remove that leading and trailing spaces, trim method. Okay, that's the thing. So why trim method is really required in, you say programmatically it looks like this, but what is the real purpose? Let's understand the pain point of the developers, guys. Let's understand the pain point of developers where, you go to this particular any of the application, assume that why developers in real time have to use a stream method to remove the leading and trailing spaces. I'll tell you. I'll take you to directly to one page, that is register account page. Here, while creating an account, user can create an account with like this. Is this the correct approach? Yes, it is accept. Okay, you can create an account like this, not a problem. Leading and trailing spaces. Along with that, I can create an account. I'll give some, some random thing and then email address, and I'll give some 1 2 3 4 5 or something. Okay. Telephone number 67890. Here 1 2 3 4 5 password I am giving just for the sake 1 2 3 4 5, and select this, select yes, and click on continue button. Here the first name and last name, if you observe, I'm entering this first name and last name with leading and trailing spaces. But if the application will not trim this first name and last name fields and create the account, you see the account got created, that's okay. It's okay to the create account when the user enters the name with some leading and trailing spaces, it's okay to create the account. But ultimately, if you go to my account and here edit your account, Okay, here leading and trailing spaces are not trimmed by this application. This is a defect in this application, guys. The application has a defect where developer has not trimmed the string text that are received into this first name fields and last name fields along with the same spaces, leading and trailing spaces. The account got created. This is not a correct approach. There is a defect in this application. Okay, so what the developers would have done, once they collect this kind of input from the user, they would have trimmed this input that is being entered into the first name field while creating an account. And because of that, it should be like this, guys. Okay, after trimming, right, you should not have any leading or trailing spaces. The account should be created without leading and trailing spaces. For that reasons only in real time, we have to use the trim method, guys. But here the application has a defect. I just showed you practically where you will have the actual advantage of using the trim method in real applications when developers are writing this Java code for building some functionality, backend functionality. Whatever the input that user is entering into the text fields, whatever it is, it should get trimmed. Okay, so developers have to write the trim method as part of the best practices. Whether the user will enter the text with the trims, without leading, or with leading or trailing spaces, doesn't matter. It has to trim it. Okay, if I don't give the leading spaces, no problem is there. There's any harm in there? You see, before Arun Moto is there, after Arun Moto is there, because there are no leading and trailing, nothing can be trimmed. But if the user, if in case the user enters some leading or trailing spaces while entering the text, for example, leading space give, okay, it should not contain the leading space, or the developer or the user may, while entering the text into that, right, may give some trailing spaces. You see here, trailing space is there. After trimming, trailing space is going off. Okay, so that's the use of the trim method, guys. To remove the spaces before and after the given string text, we have to use trim method. So with practical demonstration, I've answered this question for you. So for anyone who want to take, who want to practice this program and who want to this particular code that I have written for you in this session, okay, you can take a screenshot, guys. I'll just wait for a while. Hope you guys have taken the screenshot for this. So now that's all for this session, guys, with practical demonstration. I've answered this question. The simple and straightforward answer for this question is by using the trim predefined method of the string predefined class, we can remove the leading and trailing spaces with practical demonstration and demonstrated. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program to convert all the characters in given string to lowercase. Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. So in Java programs, in order to convert all the characters in the given string text to complete lowercase, we have to use a predefined method of a string class known as toLowercase method. There's one of the predefined methods in string class known as toLowercase. By using that method, we can convert all the characters in the given string text to the complete lowercase. Let me practically demonstrate this for you so that you will get the answer for this question or understand the answer for this question in a better way. And let's not write the code in the simplest format. It's very easy to use toLowercase method and convert the string text into the lowercase. Let's use some scanner class to collect the input from the user as a string, whatever the case it may be, the inputted string given by the user. We'll try to completely convert that into lowercase. Okay. Further, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE and create a new class here. I'll just name this class as class 35. Okay, class 35, some random name, click on finish. And here I will intake the input, okay, from the user, the string input, whether it is in uppercase or lowercase, doesn't matter. The user can enter the string text while the program is running. For that, I'll create an object for the scanner class. The program is very simple, guys. So if you get this kind of questions in the interviews, don't write it very simply and directly show them how toLowercase method will convert that string from the any other case to the complete lowercase. Don't do that. Rather use a scanner class and make the program a bit, look bit professional and better and, a better way. Okay. Control Shift O. Automatically the scanner class will be imported from java.detail package. And here in the constructor, I'll write system.in I'll provide. And here I'll ask the user to enter some string text, enter any string text. It can be in any case, it can be in lowercase, it can be in uppercase, it can be in mixed case, a combination of upper and lower, whatever it may be. Okay. So here, next line, whatever the original input is there, I'll capture it here. I'll say original input. original input that is entered by the user in some case. I'll try to print the original input here. Okay, system.out.println. I'll print it out the original input. After that, whatever the input text that we gave, but that we got from the user, we have to convert that into complete lowercase. So for that, very simple guys, original input dot to lowercase. Okay, this to lowercase method of the string predefined class, okay, can be used for converting the any type of case, lowercase, uppercase, mixed case into the complete lowercase, no matter what, and it will return you the string text. So here I'll say string modified input, which is in lowercase completely. After modifying, I'll print it out system.out.println. Okay. I'll just print out modified input. Okay. Modified input. So here I'll write down, I can make this more bit complex. Original string text entered by user, colon. Okay. After colon, whatever the text that the user has entered will come original text. Okay. After converting to lowercase, how the string text will look like. Okay. After converting to lowercase, like this, I'll write so that you can see the output. And here the scanner object is giving some warning message saying resource leak is happening. Scanner is never closed. You have to close this object, guys. At the end of the thing, or once the input is completed, you can close this object, guys, as a best practice. Okay, so that memory leak won't happen, and we don't have to wait until garbage collector mechanism of Java will come and clean it. Okay, run the code. This how simple the code is, guys. There's nothing much in this. Okay, enter any string text. I'll say my name, or I'll give my full name in uppercase. Press the enter. Original string text entered by the user is in capital letters, that is Arun Muturi. And after converting to the lowercase, you see two lowercase method has converted this Arun Muturi, my first name and last name, which are in complete uppercase into complete lowercase. And I can write something like this, where what if I enter the lowercase only, like Arun Muturi only? Nothing will happen. Original text will be same. Modified text also will be same, because there's nothing to be converted into the lowercase. And third thing is that when I run the code, okay, I'll give some mixed name. My name is Arun Moturi. Here, some characters in this string text are in uppercase, some characters are in lowercase. I'll press enter. You see, original string text that is entered by the user is in mixed case. It is, so let's say M is in uppercase, remaining all letters are in lowercase. A is in uppercase, other letters are in lowercase. M is in uppercase, remaining letters are in lowercase. No matter what, whether they are in uppercase or lowercase, the resultant modified string text after applying the to lowercase method will be completely converted into the lowercase. My name is Arun Motri. Okay. So whenever you get this kind of questions, right, these are very basic questions. Try to use this kind of logic. So here, if you want to implement the same logic your end, okay, you want to take a screenshot of this code, you can take now. I'll give a pass. Hope guys, you have taken the screenshot of this particular code. So with this, hope you got the answer for this question with practical demonstration. I've answered this question for you in this session. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I am going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program to demonstrate creating a method. Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. Before I practically demonstrate, let me explain something about these methods in Java programs. So in Java, all the code will be written inside some entity known as a class. Class will enclose all the code. So what are the two major members that can be written inside the code as a programming or whatever it is you call? Inside the class, the main two members are nothing but the variables, and the other one is a method. Okay, into the variables, we store the data. Okay, why we have to use variables inside the classes in Java programming? For storing the data. Then what about methods? Inside the methods, we write the programming logic. Okay, the code will be written inside the methods, whereas the logical code will be written inside the methods, whereas the data will be stored into the variables. That's the main high level purpose of the methods and variables inside a class in Java. Okay, that's good. But why methods are to be created? Why methods need to be created? To reusable purpose. Methods have a very good advantage in Java programming, guys. Okay, by writing the logic inside a method and calling that method any number of times, you are reusing the same code. That's the main advantage of the methods, guys. Apart from the actual purpose of the methods is to store the logic in Java. In methods, we'll write the programming logic. But ultimate purpose is that we can use this method. We can call these methods any number of times. Any number of times. Okay. So if you have to call the same, you have to write the same code multiple times. Instead of writing that code multiple times, you create a separate method and call the method whenever that is required. How many times? 100 times it is required, you can call the method, guys. I'm going to show you that, okay? In the program, I'm going to show you that how by creating a method, we can save a lot of lines of code. I'm going to show you practically in this session. I'll first start with creating a method, guys, okay? And writing some code, logical code inside the method. So how to create a method, I'll show you. How to create parameterized methods, I'll show you, okay? So there are multiple type of methods like normal methods, which doesn't intake any data. So they will not have any parameters. There will be some methods where they will intake the data with the help of parameters, okay? Or there may be some methods which will not intake anything but return something, or there will be some methods which will intake the data and return the data back to the method calling statement. All these things I'm going to cover you. So this session is all about, even though the question is very simple, write a Java program to demonstrate creating a method, but I'll try to explain all the angles of the method in this session because in real time, when you are attending the interview, if you get this kind of question, don't just give simple answers, okay? Try to explain as much as possible that you know about the methods. That's the main thing that I want to demonstrate here as practical demonstration. For that reasons, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE and create a new class, guys. I'll name this class as class 36. Let's say class 36, I'll say. With main method, I'll create, and inside the main method, I'm going to create okay, I'm not going to write any logic inside this main method, but I'm going to create one more method. Before creating a method, what is the purpose? What is the need of creating a method? I'll tell you. For example, here I'll say int a is equal to 5, comma b is equal to 4. Okay. Now, int sum is equal to a plus b, I'll write. Okay. Now system.out.println. Okay. I'll write the code like this. Sum of a, sum of this plus a and plus b is colon is what is the sum? This sum I have to print it out, right? Plus sum I'll say. Okay. So this is a very simple program. Let me run the program. If the values of a and b are 5 and 4, you see, what will be the output? Output will be sum of 5 and 4 is 9 will be the output. That's correctly coming. Sum of 5 and 4 is 9 is coming perfectly fine. So, but here guys, okay, but here I'm summing only one time. What if I have to do the same sum multiple times? What if I have to do the same sum multiple times? For example, you have other set of code like this. You see, int b is equal, int c is equal to 8, d is equal to, okay, 11. D is equal to 11 like this. Okay. Again, int again sum is equal to c plus d. I want to write c plus d. Now system.out.println sum of again plus c. I have to print like this plus c and c and plus d is colon again plus sum. I have to write plus sum like this. I'll write one more statement. This time what will happen? It will print the sum of a and b. Sum of 5 and 4 is the total sum, that is 5 plus 4, 9 will be coming. Again, I am trying to sum other two variables, that is 8 and 11. 8 plus 11 is 19. Sum of 8 and 11 is 19 will be printed in the output. You see two statements will come in here. Sum of 5 and 4 is 9. Sum of 8 and 11 is 19. I'll copy paste this one. I don't want to waste the time. If I want to do this sum of multiple variables multiple times in the program, can you see the problem here? Okay, let's say EF. I'll just change the variables here. I'll say E, F. E is like, 2 and F is like, let's say 5. So E plus F, I'll say the sum value. Sum of E and F is sum. That is 2 plus 5, 7 will be printed here. Sum of 2 and 5, 7 will be printed here. GH, I'll say GH. And here I'll say G and H. And here I'll write down sum of G and H is sum. Okay. Here I'll give some different values. Let's say 5 and here I'll say 3. 5 plus 3, 8 will be printed. Sum of 5 and 8 is sum of 5 and 3 is 8 will be printed. That's okay. But here you can clearly see that this main method is again a method only. Okay, this is one of the method. Okay, one of the method that Java program will start executing from. Okay, this is a method only. Public static void is nothing but a method. Okay, it's nothing but a method. But I want to create another method. There is a reason why I want to create another method. So inside the methods, we write the programming logic, the logic. Okay, to calculate the sum of the numbers and all, we have written the logic inside the main method. Okay, so inside the class, we have two entities. One is variables and methods. Variables are required to store the data, whereas the methods will store the programming logic. This kind of programming logic will be written inside the methods. But the problem with this particular method is, I'm repeating this code. You see, the data is changing, but the logic is same. 4 times I have written the same logic. Instead of writing the same logic 4 times, I write public void, public static void, public static void, calculate sum. That's it. Calculate sum. Instead of writing the logic that many number of time, I'll simply say int number one, comma int number two. Okay, n1, n2 is number one, number two. And here, instead of doing like this, what I will do, I'll write the logic here. Okay, int sum is equal to the same logic I'll write here. Int sum is equal to n1 plus n2, n1 plus n2, and here system.out.println. I'll write the code like this. Okay, sum of plus n1 plus n1 and plus n2 plus n2 is colon plus sum. Like this, I want to print it out. That's it. Okay, that's what I want to do, guys. So do I have to write all this logic? No, these statements are not required. So in order to calculate this, already declarations are being done, sum is being done, printing is also being done. What I have to do, instead of writing the statements, I have to call this method from the main method, saying calculate sum of a comma b. That's it. You don't have to create these variables and all. Calculate a comma b. A is that is 5 comma 4. Let's say calculate 5 comma 4. Calculate 5 comma 4. Instead of giving the variables, you are passing the data here. 5 will go into this n1 and 4 will go into n2. 5 plus 4 will become 9. It will go into sum. Sum of 5 and 4 is 9 will be printed. Okay. Again, these statements are not required. Simply say calculate sum. You call this method. You can call this is a method calling statement, guys. This is a reusable method where you have written the actual logic. Okay. This is the need of the methods, guys. So whenever you get this kind of questions, right, don't simply answer. Try to explain why the methods are there. What is the purpose of the methods? How the methods will look like? What is the real reason for creating the methods? Okay, we generally, apart from the main method, if you have to create a method, that is for reusableness only. Okay, for reusable purpose, we have to do that. Here, 8, 11 you pass. Okay, 8, 11, you don't have to write this line. You see, just how many lines I'll complete this code. You see, earlier this many lines I used to write. Now you see this many lines are not required. Again, say calculate sum of 2, 5. That's it. 2, 5. The result will come, guys. Same result will come. You see, I'll just remove this line. Okay, and finally calculate sum of, copy this statement and write down here and pass 5, 3, 5, 3, 5, 3. That's it. And these lines are not required at all. Okay, these lines are not required at all. Now run the code, you will get the same output, guys. Sum of 5 and 4 is 9. Sum of 8 and 11 is 19. Sum of 2 and 5 is 7. You see how simplified we made the code? This is what is the reusabilityness of the methods, guys. Okay, when you create, this is how the methods need to be created. Okay, why I created this method with static keyword? Because main method, if it want to directly call the method, okay, since main method is static type, static methods can directly access the static stuff. I don't have to create the object to call this method. So if this particular method is not static, if it's not specified, then I have to create an object for the class, and using the object reference, I have to call this method. Why to make the things complicated? I thought, like, let's make this particular method static, public static void, name of the method, and circular brackets. In that parameters you can provide, declare the parameters, and inside that you write the logic, whatever the logic you want. And you can call this method. This is called the method calling statement. Okay. So that's the reason, guys, no matter how many times you call the method with the different arguments, the result is coming here. Okay. And this method has 2 parameters. For example, if I create one more method, that is public static void welcome user. And here I'll say string name. Okay. So here system.out, whenever you call this method, it has to welcome the user. Okay. Welcome plus welcome name. Okay, that's it. Okay, so here I will call this method. It has one parameter, guys. It has one parameter, you see. Earlier it has two parameters. Now it has only one parameter. Like this, write it out and print, give some name like Arun or something. And when this particular method is called, what will happen? You call this method and pass Arun here. Welcome Arun will be printed in the output. Okay. Welcome Arun will be printed in the output. Okay. So here two parameters are there. Here one parameter is there. If I create one more method here, public static void say hello. Say hello, that's it. Nothing but when you call this method, it don't intake any data, guys, but it will just say hello. Hi there. Hi there. It will simply say hi. Okay, hi there. Like this, it will say, okay, hi there. Okay, whenever you call this method, it will simply say hi there. Okay. So call that method, say hello. Just call this method, say hello here. Don't have to pass anything. Whenever you call this method, it will say hi there. Okay. Just run the code and see that it will call hi there. Okay, hi there. Okay. Hi there will be printed. Okay. So here, this particular method is not intaking any data. Okay. What if a particular method is there? It will return some data back to you. I'll create one more method here, public static void. Okay. Public static void. Calculate multiplication. Okay. Multiply numbers. Multiply numbers. Okay. Here I want to return the result. Okay. What are the numbers I want to multiply? Here I'll take some two numbers, number one comma number two, whatever you want to give, you can give here two parameters. And here I'll say return, or you can say int result is equal to n1 multiplied by n2. You can write in any way, return result. If you use the return keyword inside the method, you see the methods can have return type. If they don't return anything, if the methods doesn't return anything, the return type should be mentioned as void. If a particular method has to return something, the return type should be the type of that particular thing, data that you're returning back to the calling statement. Here, result is int type. We are returning the result. So here, return type should not be void. It should be int. Okay. So I'll call this method, guys, multiply numbers method here. And I'll say 3 comma 6. 3 comma 6, I'll say. Now, will I get any result printed here in the output? No result will be printed, guys, even though we are calling the method. Up to high there will come, but you see, multiplication is nothing is coming because it's this particular method is just returning the multiplication of the 3 and 6. 18 result is going back to the method calling statement, but method calling statement is not doing anything with that returning. Okay, it is getting some return type as in, for example, say hello. If you hold the mouse on say hello, void, return type is nothing. Nothing will be returned. Just call it. Okay, nothing will be written. Calculate sum. If you go to the calculate sum, nothing is getting written. But for the multiply number, return type is int. So we can capture here int result is equal to multiplication result is equal to system.out.println multiplication result. Multiplication of 3 and 6 is okay plus result. I'll say plus result like this. I'll write the code. Now run the code here. This particular method, when it is called multiply numbers, 3 and 6 will be passed as input to this particular method. There are parameters. These are called as arguments. This is a method calling statement and this is a method. And the operation will be done here. The multiplication operation, that 3, 6, 18 result. It will return the result to the method calling statement, and that result will store into the result. You can give R or whatever you want, and you can say R here. That's okay. You can give anything. Okay, for making it more readable, I have written result or something. Multiplication result, you can write whatever that variable you have created, that print it out. Okay, sum of 3 and 6 is 18 will be printed here. Now just see here, this particular method is not only intaking the data but also returning the result. Okay, multiplication of 3 and 6 is 18. Okay, so like this, guys, a lot of methods I created in this session, like this kind of methods which intake the data and which will return something back. There is a method which will not intake anything, will not return anything. There are some methods which intake something and doesn't return anything. There are some methods which will intake only one data instead of multiple data and doesn't return anything. Okay, there are different combinations will be there. Different combinations will be there, guys. So I have given a lot of examples for the methods, and you can call the same method multiple times. Say, let's say you call the say hello method multiple times like this. It's also okay, guys. Run this code. The same method will be called that many number of times. Hi there will be printed 4 times because that method is being called that many times. So with these examples, hope guys, it is very clear for you, like how to create the methods. So these are the different ways in which you can create the methods, guys. Okay, so I'll try to make this code fit in the editor so that you can take a screenshot of the entire thing. Still have to go low. Okay, so this is the entire code, guys. You can take a screenshot of this code if you want to practice creating methods. You can take the screenshot of this code, guys. This is how the methods will look like in Java. Hope you have taken the screenshot. So hope guys you got the answer for this question with practical demonstration. Write a Java program to demonstrate creating a method. We can create normal methods which doesn't intake anything. We can create a method which can take intake data and we can create some method which can intake data and doesn't return anything. We can create a method which will intake data in the form of parameters and return something. And we can call the same method multiple times. There will be main method is also a method, guys. Main method is also a method, whatever the method. This is also a method, example for a method only. But out of all these methods, JVM, which is actually running this Java code, will only identify the main method, guys. Okay. Only main method will be identified. If main method is not there, you cannot run the program. The execution will start from the main method, and this method calling statements will call these methods. And you know why we have to create methods, right? The main purpose is to overcome the to gain the reusability. For example, in case of calculate sum, how drastically I reduce the number of lines of the code. Okay, instead of writing multiple times this code, okay, I created a reusable method and then call this method any number of times. Okay, with different type of data. So that is the main purpose of the methods, guys. That's the main purpose of the methods. So hope guys you have taken the screenshot. So with practical demonstration and with the in detailed explanation, I've answered this question for you regarding the methods. So that's all for this session. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all, welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program to find the length of the given string. Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. So in order to find the size or length of the given string text, we have to use a predefined method of the string class known as length predefined method. Using that length predefined method of the string class, we can find the size or length of the given string. So whenever you have to remember something, okay, to find, there are three items, guys, that are mainly in Java, we used to find the size or length of them. Okay, one is arrays. Okay, we have arrays in Java. There we have a predefined variable known as length predefined variable. This is not a method at all. Okay, in order to find the size of the arrays, we have to use length predefined variable. Okay, it is a predefined variable. And coming to the strings, okay, if you have to find the length or size of the string, then we have length predefined method. Okay, so the difference between arrays and strings finding size is, here in arrays, to find the size of the arrays, how many elements are stored in the arrays, we have to use length predefined variable. And to find the size of the text string text, we have to use length predefined method. And the other one is arrays, strings, and collections framework. Okay, in collections framework, some let's say some predefined classes exist in collections framework like array list and all. There we use to find the how many element objects are stored in that collections framework related classes and all. We have to use size predefined method. Okay, these three things you have to remember, guys. When someone asks you to find the size of the string, you should be quickly able to recollect that it is length predefined method. When someone asks you how to find the size of the arrays, you have to quickly recollect that length using length predefined variable. You have to remember. And if someone asks you how to find the size of the array list or hash set, hash map, whatever it is in collections framework, you have to say size predefined method. Okay, you have to answer that as size predefined method. So if you remember this, now you have got the answer already for this question, like write a Java program to find the length of the given string means quickly you should get the idea that there is a predefined method known as length predefined method to find the size or length of the given string text. So let me practically demonstrate. For that, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE. The program will be very simple, guys, but I'll first show you simpler version of the program. I'll say class 37, I'll say. Okay, class 37 with main method, some random name. And inside the main method, I'm going to write the string str is equal to, I'll give my name, Arun Moturi, I'll give my name here. Okay. So after that, I would like to find the size or length of this particular string text. It is very easy, guys. How to do that? Str dot, we have to use length predefined method. Str dot length predefined method is one of the predefined methods of the string class in Java. It's so simple that you can find the size of the given string text here. Okay. So here length will return you the int data type. Return type of this length predefined method is int. So int, okay, length, int L is equal to otherwise. Okay. System.out.println. I'll write the code like this. Size of this plus str is colon Again, I'll say plus L, I'll say, okay. Like this, you can write the code, guys. Size of this particular string is this L, okay. Run the code. Observe that you'll get the size of the string printed. Size of the text Arun Motori is 12. Okay, let's find out whether that is correct or not. 1, 2, 3, 4, including spaces. 5 should be calculated. 5, space is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we got the proper answer here. So I don't want to hard code this string text here. I would like to collect this string text from the user. Whatever the string text the user gives, I would like to find the length in a dynamic way. So for that, I'll change the code like this. Scanner. To collect the input from the user, you have to write scanner. Scanner is equal to new scanner. Here I'll write system.in, then control shift O, you say it will be imported. Then says write some print statement asking the user to enter any string text. Enter any string text. Enter any string text. Okay, like this I'll write the thing, and here I'll write down scanner dot. Next line I'll say whatever the string text you enter, it may be one word, multiple words in the single line. Everything will be captured and stored into this string str is equal to, you store like this. Okay, you don't have to hard code it anymore. Okay, like this we have tried. And after this, guys, at the end of this program, you better close this scanner object, otherwise resource leak will happen. Scanner is never closed. Write down scanner dot close, I'll say scanner dot close. Now run the code, right click run as Java application. And observe that enter any string text. I'll give my name again. Arun Motori is the string text I'm entering. This Arun Motori will be collected by next line predefined method of the scanner class object, and that will be stored into the string, and that string related length we are finding. So 12 is the length, right? Size of this str, that is Arun Motori, is 12, should be printed. Size of Arun Motori is 12 will be printed. If I give any other thing like I can give any amount of text, guys. There is no limit here. My name is Arun Motori. Okay, I love Java programming. Let's find the size of this particular string text. Press enter. Size of my name is Arun Motori. I love Java programming is 49. If you calculate, you will get 49, guys. So this is how, guys, you can calculate the size of the or length of the string text using length predefined method of the string class in Java. So hope, guys, with practical demonstration, you understood how to write a Java program to find the length of the given string text, that is size of the given string text. So if you want to take a screenshot of this code, you can take it. So hope, guys, you have taken the screenshot of this particular code so that you can practice later. So that's all for this session, guys. Hope you got the answer for this question with practical demonstration in this session. So that's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hello all. Welcome to this session. In this session, I'm going to answer one of the Java interview questions. That is, write a Java program to concatenate the given strings. Let me answer this question with practical demonstration. There are multiple ways of concatenating the given strings in Java programs. So I have collected 4 different ways. First way is by using this plus operator, okay, plus symbol operator, where plus will not act like an addition operator when you are, operating that with string text. Plus will act like a concatenation operator instead of addition operator. The next one is we have a direct method in string class known as concat method. Okay, concat method of the string class you can use for concatenating the multiple strings in Java programs. Third way is by using the append predefined method of the string builder class. And the fourth way is by using the same append predefined method of the string buffer class. Okay, coming to the difference between string builder and string buffer, in single threaded environments, okay, where multi-threads are not there, in such cases, we have to use string builder. Where multiple threads are there, we have to go for string buffer. Okay, in string builder in single threaded environment will be very fast in appending. Okay, if you use in single threaded environment, if you use string buffer, it will become slow. So it's you have to think twice. Okay, which append method of string builder you are using or append method of string buffer you are using. So in a single threaded environment, when there is no possibility of multiple threads in the program, then go for the string builder and use append method. Okay, if you are working in a multi-threaded environment, then go with append method of the string buffer because it is thread safe. Though it's slow, it will make sure that the thread related problems will not come. Okay, multiple thread related problems won't come in such kind of multi-threaded case. we have to use append method of the string buffer. But no matter what, whether our program is single threaded or multiple threaded, okay, I'm going to demonstrate all these ways in Java programs to concatenate the given strings. Okay, whenever you get this question, don't simply use concat method and say that, okay, this is the answer. Okay, give all the ways. Okay, this is an opportunity for you to, okay, explain to the interviewer that there are multiple ways using which you can concatenate the strings in Java. If you show all these ways, then just with that single question, the interviewer will get a confidence on you that this guy knows a lot of stuff. Okay, that is what is important in the interviews, guys. So for that, I'll switch to Eclipse IDE and create a new class here. Okay, I'll create a new class. I'll simply name the class as class 37. It's already there. Then 38, random class, main method. Click on that. So I'll collect I can provide this inputs here itself, or I can collect this string inputs, whatever I need to concatenate from the user, I can collect them. So it's better when you write this kind of code, you try to collect these inputs from the user. So I'll create an object for the scanner class. Scanner is equal to new scanner. So let's say I'll write some program here, Control Shift O, and here I'll say system.in. So when I say Control Shift O, the scanner class got imported from java.util package, and here system.in will say that the scanner is going to intake the inputs from the user. During the runtime, I'll display this message to the user so that by looking at this particular message, user will enter the, okay, text whatever, enter your first name. Okay, I'll ask the user to enter the first name. Then that first name that is entered by the user, I would like to collect here. One example I'm taking, guys, it may not be first name. You can ask the user to enter anything. Next line will collect the first name. Here I'll say string first name is equal to, okay. Then I'll ask the user to enter his last name. Enter your last name. Then the user has to enter the last name like scanner dot next line, scanner dot next line. I'll write this out. Scanner dot next line, and this will return you string last name. Okay, last name is equal to. Now after that, okay, string first name, string last name. Once we got the string first name, all the inputs are done, guys. I'll close the scanner object, scanner dot close, so that memory leak won't happen, and we don't have to give a chance to the garbage collector mechanism in Java to come and clean that unusable objects anymore. Okay, so better to close it by yourself as a good practice. So whenever you are writing the code, make sure that you write scanner.close so that the interviewer will also know that you are following some best practices or good practices while writing the code. Once we collect the first name and last name from the user, I want to concatenate. Okay, how to concatenate? System.out.println. First name. Here I'll write, guys. Okay, you can write something like this. Okay, or you can write like this. Okay, first name plus there should be some space, right? So this string text I'm not collecting because any first name and last name will be separated by the space only. So I don't have to collect from the user last name. Here, this plus symbol will act like a concatenation operator with this space and space. This first name and space will be concatenated with the last name, and the resultant full name I'll store into the string here. Okay. String full name is equal to like the system.out.println. And if I say full name, okay, I'll just write down, I'll write the program like this. I'll write down plus this particular full name. Your full name is the full name of the user. Arun space Motori will be printed if I enter that Arun Motori, for example. Okay, I'll run the code. This is the first way I'm explaining, guys, using the plus symbol for concatenation I'm doing. Enter your first name. If I enter my first name as Arun, yes, my first name is Arun. So it's asking me to enter the last name. I'm entering my last name as Motori. Press enter, then it will say your full name is Arun Motori. That's good. It's working fine. This is the first way, guys. So I'll comment this out. The first way I'll comment it out. Okay, I'll go for the another way now. The next possible way for appending, that is by using the predefined method of the string class known as concat method. The plus symbol is very easy when compared to the concat method. So but still I can explain that. First name dot concat. This is string only, right? First name is string. Using the object reference of the string class, I'm using a concat, and here I'm going to concat some space here. Say dot. The resultant of this concat is again a string, guys. The resultant of this concat method is again a string. So using the object of the string, I'll say dot concat of my last name. Okay, I'll give the last name here. I'll give the first name dot concat space dot concat of last name. Okay, you can give this last name as a argument to this concat. Okay, here space you give here, last name you give. So the resultant of this concat is a string. So string, I'll write simply full name is equal to string full name is equal to. I'll write the print statement to see whether the concat method is also working similar to the plus operator, like it's a concatenation plus symbol operator. System.out.println. Okay, your full name is okay, plus full name. Okay. So previous code I have commented, so it is not going to run. So now I'll just print out the full name, which is formed with the help of concat predefined method of the string class in Java. Run this code and observe what is happening. Your full name is Arun Motori, should be printed. It last one first name Arun, last name is Motori. Your full name is same answer you got, Arun Motori. By using the to use a plus symbol because it's easy and compared to the concat method. Fine. The second way is also done. Now, third way is by using the string builder, okay, which is a single threaded. In the single threaded environment, you use append predefined method of the string builder to concatenate. So how to do that? First, string builder SB is equal to new string builder, like that you write the code. Okay. You create an object for the string builder, like the string builder is equal to string builder is equal to new string builder, like that. After that, you write down SB dot append. SB dot append of what I need to append. I need to append the first name. Initially, string builder doesn't have any string, any text, any string, nothing is there. So I am appending the first name to the empty string. Then to that, I'm appending this space between the first name and last name. I have to append the space. The original SB will get converted here. Dot append here last name. I'll append the last name text here. The original SB will get appended, guys. Okay. I don't have to store this append method. You see, it is returning the string builder and all. You don't have to do anything. The original SB, earlier it has an empty string, right? Now string builder will have Arun space Motori stored here. So now in order to print that system.out.println, or we can, they say something, guys. Okay. Whatever the string builder is there, right? They have that you have to convert to string. SB dot to string you have to call the method. Okay. So the string builder will be converted to string format, string full name. This is a way of writing the code, guys, for string builder. So system.out.println, here write down your full name is plus that full name. Okay, this is the third way I'm explaining. In single threaded environment, you can use string builder, and using the append predefined method of the string builder class, you can do the concatenation here and run the code and convert the string builder into the string format and then print the string here. Okay, run the code, you'll get the same output when you enter Arun and Motori here. You'll get the same output. Arun, last name is Motori, your full name is Arun Motori, you got the same output. This is by using the string builder. Now the last way, that is by using the append method of the string buffer class, which generally string buffer is used in place of string builder in multi-threaded environments. Okay, so because it is kind of slow and it can tackle the multi-threads and all. Okay, string buffer, right? Buffer. Okay, string buffer SB is equal to new string buffer. I'll write new string buffer. String buffer SB is equal to new string buffer, and again here empty string is there. Again we have to use the same format. Dot append of dot of. I'll give the first name here. I'll append the first name here. Dot to the first name. I'll append what? To the first name I'll append space. And to that space and first name and space I'll append my last name here. Last name I'll append. Put a semicolon here, and the resultant is okay. Here original SB will be appended with the Arun space Motori, and I have to convert that SB to string again, the same format. Okay, but it is multi-threaded environment. You can generally use string buffer in place of string builder, and toString method will convert into string. String full name is equal to, and here you can write a print statement saying system.out.println your full name is okay. Your full name is colon, and write down plus full name. Okay, and put a semicolon here. That's it. Run the code. You'll get the same output. All these ways will give you the same output, guys. Again say Arun. Again say Motori. Your full name is Arun Motori will be printed. So hope, guys, you got all the ways of all the different ways of concatenation. You can concatenation builder in single threaded environments, append predefined method of string buffer in multi-threaded environments. These are the multiple ways of concatenation in Java programs. So if you want to take a screenshot of this code, you can take the screenshot and try in your machine, practice it, guys, so that you'll become more confident to answer such kind of questions in the interviews. So I'm passing so that you can take a screenshot. So hope guys you have taken the screenshot for this code. So hope guys you got the answer for this question with practical demonstration. All the multiple ways for concatenating multiple strings in Java I have covered in this session. All the 4 different ways using plus symbol, using concat method, using append method of string builder class, append method of string buffer class. This concat method belongs to string class. All these ways you can concatenate strings in Java. Whenever you get this question, don't make it simplified. This kind of questions you have to answer in a detailed way so that the interviewer will understand how much skill set you have in Java programming. Okay. So hoping that you got the answer for this question. That's all for this session. Thank you. Bye-bye.